Actually, this is a requested feature from community, and actually, it makes the game look considerably much better, which is screen space ambient occlusion. Actually, it is visible right now in the screen, which is it's an option that can be turned on or turned off, but it pretty much what it does is it makes edges like
Let me throw my screen, Larry.
Oh, yeah.
actually disable it and show you guys how it was before. The flat colors all the way, and then now if you enable it, it's on the ambient occlusion bottom. There you got lighting the like darkness around the edges of the corners, everything, which makes it less flatty colors. We want to simplify it, and then we decided to make it that armors no longer affects your time to kill, or it actually doesn't affect anything in terms of what do you call HP. So
Yeah.
they don't have any HP, they don't do any kind of they don't block any shots. They're purely cosmetic, and they only affect your what do you call your bloodouts.
Yeah.
So
They don't get shot off anymore either, do they?
yeah,
The helmet
and
and the body armor.
exactly. So because of that, we wanted to simplify entire this thing. So what we're now doing is we are making base classes HP a little bit more different. So for example, the support will be a little bit more. It will have a little bit more HP than the regular. It won't be extreme. We're not talking about extreme. Like just a little bit more, maybe one shot or two shot or something. But not extreme. So whenever you pretty much shoot at player, we are actually displaying a health bar on top of it, like this.
And that's
Yeah,
only for
you
enemy
can-
units that you shoot at.
Yes. You have to land the shots, and then the thing is, it fades out really fast. So if it's only visible if you're landing the shots. Like if I... No, it's only when I land the shots, and fades out really fast. It's not visible behind walls or something. It's just there to tell you, hey, progressed on killing this much. And so if the guy has a little bit more HP, or if you're using a bit more low damage weapon, you can definitely see how much you are progressing. And if you really don't like those, you can disable it from the settings. It's definitely there. Because fast CTK is fun, but at the same time, right now it's too fast. We tried to find a balance between, okay, it's still fast, but it's not fast as before. So this is what we came up with, which is actually a really good balance. So I'm gonna show you guys a very fast video we recorded before we did the CTK changes, where killing a player, how... There you go. So this is MP7. We used MP7 there for an headshot. So this was killing a player with MP7 on a headshot. That's it. A blink of an eye. Okay, so this is 150 milliseconds, and the thing is, our human reaction time to visual is 250 milliseconds around. Of course, it depends a bit more by person.
Yeah.
So you visually understand what just happened in 250 milliseconds. In general, someone getting shot and then realizing they got shot and deciding that they want to move on or fight back, and doing that takes roughly about 500 to 600 milliseconds. That is the time frame. And then this is 115 milliseconds. Crazy. This, like, from the victim's perspective, look at this.
Yeah, you have
Don't tell
no
me
idea what happened.
You don't tell me you even figure out you were getting shot. No, this is a single frame kill, pretty much. Well, the thing is, we don't want it this fast. This was not intentional. This was not something we designed to think about. It just, that time we were trying to make a fast TTK, and this became too much. So the new base of the TTKs we moved on, roughly around 400 milliseconds. It looks like a 4 times more longer TTK, but bear me up because it's not that actually slow. Check this out. This is still very fast. That was 378 milliseconds, by the way. It's roughly around 400 milliseconds. This is still really fast. If you still hit the guy, There you go. You grab them. It's just not 100 milliseconds. That's what we're talking about. You can now. I will show you guys from the frequency perspective in a bit. You can now at least see the bullets coming out to you. That's the difference. But if you grab the guy, if you catch them, there you go. You still got them. We don't want to have slow TTK. This is roughly 400 milliseconds around-ish. So this is the TTK changes we have been talking about. Don't worry, I know some of you have been thinking we are making the game more like, I don't know, extreme slow TTK, but which is nuts. There's like, when the grenade actually hits the ground, we had like a concrete hitting stone style stunned, and that was the only feedback you had. There was nothing else. The thing is, when there's a chaos happening around you, there's no way you're gonna hear that. Like, if it's like 4 versus 4, yeah, sure. But if it's 100 versus 100, good luck hearing that. So it doesn't make sense to have not indicators in a game like this, in a chaos like this. So we have added them. Pretty much when you throw a grenade. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention we actually updated our
explosions as well. So we have different explosions for, like, if it's on a wall, if it's on the ground, if it's at
We
a
have 2
helicopter.
explosions. We have 1 explosion for ground and 1 for air. For example, air version looks like this.
And they look sweet. Which,
Yeah,
ironically,
they look
you
much.
also just showed another change as well.
Yeah, I'm coming to that in a second. I
So,
will come to that in a second. One
yeah.
sec. There you go. But by the way, one more thing about explosions, we are still working on them. There's like, man, if you get like, look at it, you don't see it at this point. You have to get really close, and that's weird. Actually, it's supposed to show the indicator. That's actually fixed. Okay. Yeah, pretty much what do you call? It's not extreme. Just telling you there's a C4 around you. Next thing, which is going to be. That's gonna sound what you call very horrible, but it's not. Air strafe, nerf, not movement, air strafe. All this time in my screen, you guys watched the nerf version of air strafe, which you guys didn't realize even a single thing, because it didn't change anything in terms of moving around like this. Only thing that has changed is when you're moving forward, if you suddenly turn, it actually player has time to adjust its velocity pretty much. So if you do like this, you don't continue your momentum. However, going zigzags, no problem. Because the thing is, I know you guys love the movement about in Battle Bit, and this is also something we really liked it, but we didn't really think about this. Like, we were not. This was not something intentionally designed or thought about, to be honest. We weren't doing it, so, and it's not something we really want to see in the game, like doing this and going up back and forth all the time. No. So this is definitely something that can be done anymore. But if you're doing this, you're fine.
The only time you're gonna feel it is when you're doing like a 180 turn. So a lot of players are really good at, having a good flick, as it were, a good flick of the wrist. So you'll still be able to do that. You just won't be able to, like, I mean, your character now, your character now has to, like, get his grip when he does, when he goes to change directions very suddenly.
And it can still go right, left, zigzag all the way. The parkour is exactly the same. Like, the parkour is just, it's still parkour pretty much.
And that was a big thing we didn't want to get rid of, because a lot of these maps are really good at parkouring. So you're still able to do it. It's just a lot more fluid motion with everything. It doesn't feel so spastic, really. It doesn't feel like crazy movement. It's a lot more authentic. It's a lot more natural flow.
Yeah, so no changing on parkour and everything. This only affects this, pretty much. That's it. Nothing else. So you don't have to worry about it at all. Alright, so we decided to make it, okay, the explosions actually should do a bit more less radius damage to the environment. They are still effective, you can still make pokos, but they're just a little bit more smaller.
Yeah, so now it's not blowing the entire wall off. It feels like it's punching a hole into it. So now the buildings...
Can you
No,
guys
the
see
buildings
this?
are going to feel so useless, really.
Can you guys see my drawing right now? Hello, right here, or is it?
Yep. No,
Okay,
we can see it.
great. Yeah, it was a bit more bigger than this. It was like more, I would say, like
It'd be the
this.
entire panel.
So it just reduced a little bit more, and then the same for the C4s. I have to actually take C4. 1 second.
This change. I just think it's going to make walls a lot more. The cover is going to feel great.
There we go. So C4s and the other like RPGs, they just don't do that much damage to that much radius damage to the buildings as walls, but they're still there. It's just you can poke a hole, you can go through it. It's just not extremely big, so it takes a bit more shells to get the building naked. Adding more to it, but do you guys remember this? Well, we finalized this all the way. For example, let me get the echo.
Yeah, speaking about this, a little update on my end. Probably in the next week, here and there, I will spontaneously stream making ghillie skins for some sites and scopes because I'm currently working on that. So if anyone is interested in seeing how the behind the scenes of this stuff works, make sure to what is it? Is there a bell on Twitch? Like that you get notifications? I think there is, right? Follow the channel. Basically, feel the up.
I love it, bro. This is so cheated halfway through that comment. Oh man, that's so funny, dude.
This is what the gill is. If you want it, there you go. You have it. Personally, I wouldn't do it, but yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, you wanna show off some charms since we're here?
Oh yeah.
I haven't
Oh,
shown any of those.
One thing about the charms is when you use Gilly, you can't see
Kinda
them
hard to see 'em.
sadly, but it's definitely what do you call it? It's up to you, of course. We're gonna add more charms. These are the basic charms that like the core charms we added, but we definitely adding more to it. It's just that we get the system done, we get the database, everything, the game optimization, animations, everything about the charms. It's just what do you call? Yeah, the charms were implemented before actually, but now we are finalized to making to final builds. Yeah, all the sounds in here are pretty much changed. Let me see. The Claymore, for example, Claymore has this thing, which is pretty much. So what we're doing is we're gonna make it that when you click on the Seaside C4, there will be a timer, and you're gonna everyone around you plus yourself gonna hear a sound like this. Pretty much something like this. Around you, people are gonna hear something like this, and you have to time it correctly to kill the people now. Well, this way, it's much more challenging to use this. It gives a feedback to around them. It at least gives the players a chance to do something about it, and so you can use it.
To be completely honest with you, it's going to make it way more terrifying, in my personal
It
opinion.
is.
To hear that beep and knowing the way that I play games, I'm just going to freak out and just not be able to hit the player.
Well, the more interesting part is people are gonna find that sound and actually play it on their microphone. That would be much actually interesting.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even think of that. People are totally going to troll with that.
Yeah, that's
just totally gave them all ideas.
I mean, that's what I will do if I ever, if I ever
didn't even think about it.
I would just play the sound on the voice chat, and there, I would just move around.
Dude.
But this is how it feels to be get shot now. It literally, and the blast screen, this one is only visible like this intense when you have like almost 5 to 10 HP left. There's like two multiple layers to it, pretty much. So if I right now bound myself, there you go. So if I would full auto myself right now, in the because CTK is now like 400 milliseconds around. There we go. There you go. You had time to realize that you were getting shot. It was fast, but that's the balance we wanted to get, and I think we got it really right. Clear. It's not too slow, but it at least tells you getting shot. It doesn't feel like one frame, like this one. Let me get you guys to compare. This.
Bro, you died before the noises even came through.
So I think this is a very good what do you call thing we touched on, and we definitely working on more in like when you get killed. So about getting killed, I will really touch on really fast. We will implement a simple battlefield style kill cam what they have. So when you die for the first time, the 4 seconds or 4 to 5 seconds, there will be camera on the air, like Battlefield does actually, that is looking at your killer, and then later it goes to your own camera. I think it was Battlefield 5 had it this way exactly. The reason is, when you die, we want to kind of like give you, okay, how you died, give you more idea about it, like which direction you got killed, etc. We won't move the camera to all the way to the enemies, where they are, but we're just gonna rotate the camera towards to it from where you are dead, pretty much. And additionally, we're gonna be adding a new something that there will be a button, and if you're holding that button, sorry, not enemies, the medics around you will be able to see, yeah, hey, you want to stay alive. Like you are pushing yourself to stay alive. There will be like notification from medics around you so they can like, okay, this guy actually doesn't want to give
Yes.
up. He wants to stay alive. So what do you call?
Yeah, so you'll be able to actually call a medic to come help you.
Pretty much. And then if you press that button, the give up bar will be slowed down. Like, so you will give up much slower.
If you're helping your teammates, one of the most annoying things is when you're helping them that they die out. So now you'll actually be able to hold their revive when you're actually bandaging them now, just as a quick recap for you guys.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, when now someone is bandaging you, the bar will stop, pretty much. But if the medic just gives up on the middle or they die, well, it will continue sadly. All right, moving on. Getting close shot, not shot, getting close shot. So the thing is, no, it's not suppression. No, we don't like. I don't like suppression personally, really much. What do you call? We want to make it that when you get a close shot, we want you to feel it, but also at the same time, we don't
Yeah,
want it
near
to
miss.
we don't want it to affect your gameplay. So this is what we came up with. By the way, the sounds of the getting close shot are still work in progress. We haven't implemented them yet, but effects are done pretty much. So the thing is, so it looks. And here, bear with me. It only happens. There's like a what they call, the player gets used to it after the first one. So if I would fire like this, the first one is the most intense one, which is not extreme by the way. Oops, I got shot myself. There we
That's
go.
one hit right there. That's what the screen looks like when you take a stray bullet like that.
There you go. Okay. So the first one is the most intense one. It doesn't. There we go.
Gives you a little panic.
Yeah. Just gives you the sense that you're definitely being shot at. Makes you
Yeah.
a little bit more aware. And granted, like we said, we still need to implement
Let me get
whizzes.
LM. Yeah, we haven't done the sounds yet because the sounds we haven't played them multiple times, but each time they didn't sound right, great, sound buggy. So it's still working on. So if someone's like firing at me. Okay, so about the thing, normally we don't like when the shots are nearby you, like if they are possibly can land around you, we give them a little trail that fades in 0.5 seconds. So it's half a second. It fades out really fast. It's just emphasizing the direction that they came from. That's all. They're not like Snapper 1, and there you go. You don't see them right now. Like they have to be close to, like the blood's supposed to be landing close to you. You guys remember that we have sound changes, by the way, for like when the player is actually like behind a wall, like right now. Sorry, there's like a path from here to here. It goes from here all the way like here, and the sound like plays different. So right now I'm next to the guy. Uh, I'm next to the wall, but you don't really hear much. But when I get close to the what do you call to the player from the door, it gets actually louder. But that was all the directions and stuff. The problem is we didn't have a redirection yet. Well, we know we do. This is again technical accomplishment. I just want to show you guys because it looks cool and I like it. Very interesting, and it's very well optimized at the same time.
Thank you, guys.
To make this happen, we pretty much have voxels around the map that looks like this. That each voxel presents an obstacle. Like for example, we ignore stairs. We use this. So for example, it's going to be laggy a little because this is a bit heavy to draw on screen. So when we destroy something, we pretty much, sorry, not this one. This one doesn't have it on sounds. There we go.
That one does. Now it's gone.
The purple ones are recalculated voxels if there's any inside it, which is now this area is completely what do you call clear enough. And then for example now if I move again, one second. The sound is like quiet, you can almost hear it, but if I destroy it, show it with this one. There you go.
Yeah, so now it opened up.
It's opened up. As you can see, the voxels are gone there. And then now the sound is... There's no longer that, what do you call, that muffle or the volume reducement, everything. It's pretty much that. The one thing is, yes, you're going to think this is extremely expensive or something. Well, calculating all those, the voxels are actually expensive in some way, but what we're doing is we are only calculating 10 voxels in a single frame, and then so like it's done in half seconds. Like just 100 voxels to be calculated, we do it on a half second, in a second. So this way, it doesn't feel like what do you call? Suddenly your game freezes, and at the same time we optimize in a way that it's regional. So if there's a destruction happening across the map, they are like holding a buffer. Imagine they're just holding it somewhere, but they're not calculated. The moment you get inside that region, we start calculating them without dropping your frame, just respectively. If you were getting 120 FPS, now you're gonna get 118 FPS, and then in that 3 FPS, we are just using that time to calculate these nodes slowly, but it's not that slow. It's like instead of instant, maybe doing it at half seconds.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's the entire point. All right.
A little extra resources
So-
going into the game.
No freezes. It's still accurate, and what do you call? It doesn't bother your CPU. It's optimized well. The next thing is actually pretty much that's all I will be showcasing today. Only thing I actually want to showcase is
Oh yeah, you changed. Yeah.
this. This looks so crazy. I just want to end my side with this. Now tell me you don't like this.
Come on, please, but no suppressor. Give it the full.
Well, in a second.
Oh, audio. How you showed distance, new distance audio, like on somebody
Oh.
shooting far distance, you have no new audio.
I showed the audio. I forget about the TTK, by the way. But okay. There we go. Yeah, and then with that press version, it is going to blow your ears. Get ready.
Sounds like a rifleman.
By the way, that one was body shot. Don't mind about that. Headshots are one shot. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
All right,
So
there you go. You have the
basically,
floor.
we have some problem that we have so many maps. It's very difficult to make for each map unique lighting that will, be memorable and fit the map style. And because of that, we decide that now, instead of making static lighting per map, you will have dynamic lighting based on random. So, for example, you can play same map over and over again, but you will play it under different lighting conditions. So, for example, now on right side of my screen you can see a preset of lighting per day, and each lighting condition have own chance. Some of them will be more common, some of them will be less common, etc. For example, you use it to see that to do like that, but on next round when you play Gas to Do, you might play it under that one lighting condition. So it will change a feeling of map. So you can play map like multiple
So
times.
freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, and for example, 1% chance, as you can see here, weather 80, like 1%, you can have a rainy vigor.
So essentially, what it is dynamic lighting. So you're not going to be, even though you might be playing the same map now, you'll be playing on a different layer. So that's essentially what we're doing, is just adding different weather layers to each map. And all these are going to have randomized chances. You might play on one that's rainy. You might play on one that's just overcast. You might play on one that's dusk or dawn, midday. But most all maps are going to have dynamic lighting. So they'll all feel and look a little more unique now. And this is just visuals. These aren't.
Yeah.
This won't.
And
It
to
might be a
clarify,
different layer of the map too, but
yeah,
go ahead.
when we mean saying dynamic, we're going saying that it's dynamic game night system where your time is changing, while you're playing game. Now it's just random lighting condition each time you load new map.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, Candy Sunset. All right, it's loading. So you use it to see Sunday Sunset under dark lighting condition, but you won't see dark lighting condition anymore because the lighting condition was too, feel like a filter, too much orange, too much brown, etc.
This looks sick.
Now, mostly you see map under dark lighting condition. I will now swap them. Now I feel like a really detailed map, right?
The map. Like, doesn't look at that, bro. It doesn't even look the same. Yeah, I love this change. I absolutely love this change. Oh yeah, you wanna show a non-rainy district?
Candy Sunset.
Oh, rainy sunny sunset.
Oh, yo. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining for the day. We showcased. Well, you guys are pleased with what you see. Your eyes are excited. Your hearts are excited. Soon the update. I know everybody still wants to know in ETA all that stuff, but it's soon. We're way closer than we're way closer than we've been. There's still some things that we need to work out, but we don't want to give any false hope for anything right now. So we will inform you guys as soon as we know the date for sure. We'll definitely start teasing things, but we really just don't want to give any false hope, any false promises right now. So I know it's disappointing. It's hard. It's tough. We want the update out just as much as everybody else. Trust us. We're looking at the same things most every single day. So we we want the update out just as much as everybody else. So I know it's not fully the news that you guys wanted to hear, but a lot of big, exciting changes, not just sounds, doors, and slight movement stuff, as you can see. So we got a lot of map changes coming, a lot of UI changes, TTK changes, balancing changes, all that good stuff. The game's gonna feel absolutely wild. If you guys are watching from the Discord or if you're in Twitch right now, we're gonna keep the event going for a little bit, and I'll answer some questions after we end the stream. So feel free to join in the Discord stage. And I'll answer any questions that we missed through this. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Next Devcast 2 weeks from now. Yes.
The planned one, at least. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
we may want to move that to a month again. Likely.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
And we'll look into it. We'll keep the date as of is, but if we have to move it again, then we'll move it again.
copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And always
Again,
remember,
guys.
we are now 2 weeks closer to the update than we have been 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Again, I know.
Alright.
I understand, guys. You guys want the update out, but again, we gave ETAs in the past. We couldn't reach them. We just don't want to throw that kind of hope out there and just not meet it. So we want to make sure that we definitely
completely
get
sure
it.
about ETA. Yeah.
Yep. We want to make sure that we can actually reach that date that we give you and not make you wait any longer. That's what it's all about. So, like I said, we're really close. Again, thank you guys for joining us today. Next Devcast is in 2 weeks. And like I said, if you're in the Discord, watching from the Discord, I'll be there for a little bit, answering some questions that I may have overlooked here. So feel free to join us there. And with that all being said, enjoy your guys' Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not about the games we win, but the friendships we made along the way.